All right, for any game devs or 3D artists out there, you know the feeling, right? That long, slow grind of creating textures. It can eat up so much of your time. Well, today, we're going to look at a tool that wants to completely flip that script. It's called TextureWorks.
I mean, does this sound familiar? You're spending hours, maybe even days, just tweaking and tiling, trying to get that one material to look perfect and seamless. Ugh, it's such a common headache, and it can totally kill your creative momentum. So yeah, let's just call it what it is. The texture creation grind. It really is the bottleneck in your creative workflow. For so many of us, this is the biggest hurdle. You've got this awesome 3D model, but getting it to that final, polished state, that's where things can really slow down.
And look, we're not just talking about, slapping a photo onto a model and calling it a day. The standard now is PBR. That's physically based rendering. It means you have to create textures that act like they would in the real world, how they react to light. We're talking about a whole different ballgame here. You really need to understand how something like rough stone or shiny metal is supposed to look and feel.
Okay, so let's meet your new AI art assistant. Introducing TextureWorks. What if you had a helper for all the boring, tedious parts of texturing? An assistant that's powered by AI? Well, that's exactly what TextureWorks promises to be. So what is this thing really? Well, at its core, TextureWorks is an artificial intelligence tool built specifically for generating those PBR materials, and you can use it for your 3D and your 2D games. The whole idea is that it uses AI to do all that heavy lifting for you, totally streamlining your workflow.
And they make a pretty bold claim, calling it a true one-stop shop for your entire texture and pipeline. Think about it. No more jumping between 3 or 4 different programs just to generate a texture, then upscale it, then create the maps. The goal here is to put everything you need into one single package.
So it's an all-in-one toolkit. We're going from a single sample to a complete material. But how does it actually do that? How does it live up to that one-stop shop promise? Let's dig into the features and see how you can go from just a tiny little picture to a full-blown game-ready material. Okay, check out this core AI workflow. It's actually super simple. First, you just start with a small image sample. Could be anything. A little patch of brick, a swatch of fabric. Then, step 2, the AI does its magic and generates a complete, totally seamless texture from it. But it doesn't stop there. Step 3, you can upscale that texture all the way to HD or even 4K. And finally, step 4, it generates all the PBR maps you'll ever need. Boom, done. And here are the key capabilities, which I think is what makes this so interesting. You've got all that AI stuff for speed, right? The texture generation, the 4K upscaling, the PBR map creation. That's your fast lane. But, and this is a big but, for all you artists who love to get your hands dirty and have total control, it also has advanced node-based authoring. Yeah, just like what you'd see in pro tools like Substance Designer. So you get the best of both worlds.
All right, next up, the 1,600 plus texture library. A massive head start, and it's included for free. So you might be thinking, okay, that AI stuff is cool, but what if I don't have a sample image to start with? Or what if I'm just on a super tight deadline? Well, this is where TextureWorks throws in something pretty incredible.
Yeah, you see that right. Over 1,600. Just let that number sink in for a second. And to be super clear, this isn't some extra DLC you have to buy. It's not an add-on. This entire library is baked right into the software, totally free, from the moment you install it.
And we're not talking about 1,600 slightly different shades of gray here. No way. This library is packed with variety. You've got your brick walls and concrete, rusted metals and wood, fabric, even skin, then ground, grassland, moss, and literally hundreds more. It's like having a giant pre-made toolbox of assets ready to go.
And I love how they put it here, a plethora of sample texture libraries ready to be used in your 3D/2D games at no additional cost. That's the killer phrase right there, at no additional cost. Honestly, a library this big could easily be a product all on its own. The value here is just wow.
Okay, so how to try it risk-free? You can test drive TextureWorks right through Steam. Because look, the tool sounds powerful, it's packed with assets, but the big question is always, is it right for my workflow? And that's a fair question. Luckily, there's a super simple and totally risk-free way to find out.
And here it is, the Steam 2-hour trial. It's not some special demo, it's just Steam's standard refund policy, which basically acts as a perfect trial. Step 1, you purchase TextureWorks on Steam. Step 2, you have under 2 hours to play with everything. Test all the features, go nuts! And step 3, if you love it, great, you keep it. If it's not for you, you just get a full refund. Simple as that.
I mean, this is perfect, right? It totally removes any reason to hesitate. You can actually test the AI with your own images. You can dig through that giant library we just talked about, see if it plays nice with your workflow, and you can do it all 100% risk-free.
So could AI be your new creative partner? That's really the big question here, isn't it? Because look, tools like TextureWorks, they're not here to replace artists, not at all. They're here to be a partner, to take over the boring, repetitive stuff so you can focus on being creative. So the real question to leave you with is, in your work, in your projects, could an AI tool like this be the creative partner you've been looking for?